destructive mindset where a person thinks, I can only win by putting somebody down, by making somebody lose, The entire lecture, if you heard, Swamiji was emphasizing on knowledge. Knowledge, knowledge. As you are filled with knowledge, you will actually be free of your insecurities. Instead of destructive mindset, you will be having more of constructive mindset. You can also win, the other person can also win. So for example, there are, like for example, Swamiji at this age of 95, right? He's still given us this knowledge. He doesn't have to do this. He didn't think, what will I gain? What are my gains? I can only gain by putting them down. No, he's given his time absolutely free for us, right? For this 1 hour. And he could have thought, what am I gaining? I'm not gaining anything, just giving knowledge. How was he able to do that? It is because of the fullness within, because of the secure feeling within. That is coming with knowledge, right? So it is not true that life is a zero-sum game, but there are people who have that attitude. So once I understand that, how do I deal with that person? How I deal with anybody for that matter is using my intellect. Having understood the nature. Even in the lecture, Swamiji gave the example of animals. A tiger will be a tiger, cow will be a cow. So I understand that this particular person has a mindset which is destructive. Having understood that, I need to use my intellect, and my mind should have absolutely calm, composed, and serene feeling. If I'm not calm, I cannot deal with any situation. So to deal with any situation or any relationship or anything for that matter, I need to keep my mind calm, right? And also I should have a feeling of love towards that person, not hatred, right? Why is that person having such a destructive mindset, though it is not true? Because he probably did not have the same kind of guidance or upbringing as I was fortunate enough to have, right? And probably he didn't question when he should have started questioning about the conditionings that he grew up with. Probably I started questioning. So that is why this person is having such a mindset. So having understood that, instead of hating that person with love, and then using my intellect, I need to deal with the person according to the situation. And most importantly, what we call as objectivity. Maintaining a distance and doing the right action in the context to deal with that person. And you use the word game. And life is a game, right? And we are in this game not to win or lose, to play the game. So play the game to the best of your ability. This is exactly what Sri Krishna tells Arjuna. He also thought in the beginning, if I'm going to kill my guru, my great-grandfather, it's a big loss for me, though I'll be winning the kingdom. So then Sri Krishna put the right perspective to him through knowledge. There he says in verse number 37, chapter 2, he says, Hatova prapsyasi swargam, jitva va mokshase mahim. If you win, you will win the kingdom. If you lose, what you get is heaven. Heaven is not a place, it's not a geographical place. It's a state of mind, which is happy state of mind, serene state of mind. You have done what you could do to the best of your ability and what you really enjoy doing. What best you can get other than that, So he says, this is what you're going to get, so just play the game rather than trying to play the game to win or lose, I think in 1996, when there was this World Cup, which was held in India, Cricket World Cup, the quarterfinals was between India and Pakistan in Bangalore, right? And before the match, apparently the journalists, some of them asked the cricketers, Pakistani cricketers, what do you think of this match that's coming up between India and Pakistan? They said, ye khel nahi hai, jang hai. Understand? Ye khel nahi hai, jang hai. And here, actual jang in the Bhagavad Gita, the background of Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata. And Sri Krishna is giving in the 13th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga, the yoga of distinction between the field and the knower of the field. So this is not a jung, this is kale, jake kelo. You understand? Do what you have to do, exhibit your talents to the best of your ability, and leave the rest to the total. Right? So if you have that attitude in a relaxed way with love and intellect, you can deal with that person and take the right actions in the context, because of which you will succeed in many situations. If you do not have that objectivity, if you do not have that calmness and composure, then it will become difficult. That is exactly why we keep on saying, you got to build your intellect. You got to build your intellect. And how do you build your intellect? It's like building your muscles, right? You build your muscles by exercising your muscles. So you build your intellect by constantly exercising your thinking. So that is why Swamiji was mentioning about certain books. If you gain those knowledge, if you start questioning independently, not just reading the book, if you start questioning independently, then you will strengthen the intellect, with which you will have proper understanding about the human psychology and about life, and you will deal with it objectively. That's the way to deal with anybody.